When I travel around the state and talk with our members, their shared desires are virtually identical. To be respected as professionals in the field, to be listened to by policymakers and the state education department, and to be seen as valued members in decision-making processes. They want to know that their union is fighting for them, and it is my honor to carry your voices forward as your executive vice president. In November of 2023, a state education department memo was sent to stakeholders outlining 6 potential changes to certification, including one that was a direct attack on our profession, a proposal that threatened to eliminate the requirement that all teachers obtain master's degrees. We know that master's degree programs provide a sequence of learning, provide practice opportunities, create learning communities, lead to salary increases, and are an entryway to a long-term career in the classroom. The outcome of this proposal would have dramatic impacts on education. It would deprofessionalize us and cause harm to our higher education members by decimating educator preparation programs throughout this state. So we sprang into action and convened NYSET's Future of Teacher Certification and Preparation Work Group, composed of K-12 and higher education members, with the goal of identifying the legitimate barriers to obtaining master's degrees and to the certification process. While the work group findings have yet to be finalized, a list of recommendations that truly address the educator shortage and real solutions to the barriers that early career educators face is being created and will be shared with all stakeholders. I can say with confidence that the recommendations will include providing much needed financial support for master's degree programs from SUNY and CUNY institutions, teacher residencies and apprenticeships, compensation for student teaching, and robust mentoring and coaching programs. For some of you, this might be the first time you've heard about this memo and the impact its contents would have on our profession. And that's because before it was able to become an actionable item for the Board of Regents, your union was clear. You cannot deprofessionalize our profession. With the daily attacks that we face, can you imagine how we would be treated without our high level of credentials? I am happy to report that after months of persuasion to the Education Department and extreme rejection by NYSET, the proposal to eliminate the master's degree requirement is a thing of the past. The department is not proceeding with the proposal. And when discussing why the proposal has been abandoned, representatives refer to there being resistance in the field. That's us. We are proudly the resistance in the field. We have successfully fought back to protect our profession. And because of our collective voice, when I sit in meetings and engage in conversations, everyone knows I'm bringing the voices of our 700,000 plus members with me. Member voice is crucial to outline recommendations for policy, for advocacy, for legislation, and positions for us to take. So thank you to those who are participating in the work group and lifting ideas from the field to truly address the root causes and find solutions to the educator shortage. And while there will always be forces and individuals polarized against us, trying to weaken and erode our profession, we are focusing on finding ways to lift up members' voices. By infusing NYSUT members' opinions and ideas into pedagogy and the future of our profession, we are actively investing in what matters most, teaching and learning. And as educators, we know that at the very core of any successful student is the ability to master literacy skills. Literacy is far more than just the ability to read and write. It is an essential for a just and equitable society, empowering us to make informed decisions and enables individuals to advocate for their rights, challenge injustices, break cycles of inequality, and ensure that everybody has a voice. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, adopted by the United Nations in 1948, recognizes the right to education as a basic human right, and literacy is fundamental in accessing education and lifelong learning. Literacy shouldn't be looked at as a privilege, but as a civil right. Every individual, regardless of their background, deserves access to quality education and the ability to become literate. And denying someone this right is an infringement on their ability to fully participate in society and achieve true potential. And yet the reading wars or debates on how to teach an individual how to read date back to the 19th century, with arguments between phonics and whole language approaches. Over time, these debates have evolved into discussions about code-based and meaning-based instruction, and the pendulum has swung too many times. I'm proud to stand here and tell you that this is exactly what NYSUT's Science of Reading initiative aims to do. This is where we as educators get to raise our voices, to take back the ability to make informed decisions about our students' full literacy development. And thanks to our advocacy and to the $10 million grant we received for this work from Governor Hochul's Back to Basics Initiative for Literacy, we have NYSUT's Education and Learning Trust course, Science of Reading, a practical approach for educators. And pending State Education Department's approval, our 30-hour blended model course will be able to be offered at no cost to every single educator in this state. Let me say that again. Every single educator at no cost. This for educators, by educators designed course uses adult learning theory principles, and unique to NYSUT's Science of Reading course, there's a live facilitator for collaboration and reflective learning experiences with both research and practical strategies embedded in each session. Education law states that by September 1st, districts will have to attest to the fact that literacy curriculum is being reviewed annually and that the materials and instruction provided to students aligns to all elements of the State Education Department's instructional best practices. Our Science of Reading program does that while transcending any singular curriculum. Through Education and Learning Trust, NYSUT has already run statewide cohorts of hundreds of individuals, and we have another cadre of facilitators prepared to lead this learning statewide and through our partnerships like teacher centers. Let's hear from my co-designer and some of the voices of the facilitators and participants who have already engaged in the course.
We wanted to create something that was made by educators and for educators. The biggest thing that we always thought about was that we wanted it to be something that was practical, that was evidence-based, and that it really met the needs of what our teachers are currently asking for when it comes to training around science of reading.
The science of reading is a collection and body of research over the past 50 years where it's evidence-based practice and strategies to help support student learners.
When taking the science of reading course, at first I was a little apprehensive, but overall by the end of the course I became so much more knowledgeable about what the science of reading is and how it can be used to really push all students, not just younger students, but even upper elementary students as well.
The Science of Reading course has allowed educators to look at reading instruction in different ways. One of the participants told me that she's been more intentional about the way she uses phonological instruction, and when she used it with her small groups, she saw struggling readers make more gains than she had ever seen before.
I felt much more confident about the information on science of reading after leaving this course, especially because as an instructional coach, part of my job is to convey information to my teachers. And with this course, I was able to take the information I would learn and bring it immediately back to them.
Being able to deliver and gain knowledge allowed us to shape what the science of reading looks like in our district here in Niagara Falls.
I really hope that the trend of having our union provide the staff development continues. This was going back to giving me the information so I'm empowered in ways to help my students. I have it from people I trust in my union.
We are the experts, we are the professionals, and we will continue to defend and protect our profession. Of course, none of the work I've spoken about today is possible without the amazing research and educational services staff and our Education and Learning Trust Department. Together, we are the union. Thank you.